friends, thanks for joining me today and welcome. First, I want to thank all my new subscribers for giving me a chance, and I hope you're enjoying the content that I bring to you. Please tell your friends as well. It's always best when you share videos with others. So before we get started with today's card, I wanted to go over a promotion that Stampin' Up! Has, and then I also have one for that I'm doing myself. So during the month of January and February, so we're pretty much at the end of January now, but you still have the whole month of February. When you join my team, the Crafty Creators, you will get $125 worth of product plus this cool glass mat. Now, full disclosure, I did not get the mat, and I'll tell you why. I was away on vacation when the pre-order was available to the demonstrators. As demonstrators, we're able to order before the general public about a month before everybody else. By the time I got back and placed my order, they had turned off the ordering for the glass mat because they wanted to give it to the general public. So when you guys join, then at least you'll have it and they wouldn't run out of it because they knew it was going to be a hot seller. So I'll have to wait until March. Can you believe that? To get my mat. But I'm going to get it, so you'll see it in later videos after I do get it. Maybe they'll turn it on before, but I doubt it. So anyway, you get the glass mat plus $125 worth of product for only $99, and it's free shipping. So that's such a fantastic deal. And if you don't want the glass mat, you can pick an additional $30. So $155 worth of product if you don't want the glass mat. You just pay the $99 plus your local sales tax. If you're interested, you can scan the QR code or click on the website shown here. I'll also have all that information in the description below this video. The only thing I can't put on there is the scanning code. And if you have questions, you can contact me. My contact information is also in the description below the video. My other promotion that I have, this is not from Stampin' Up, it's just from me, but I want to say thank you to my customers. During celebration, so starting Thursday, February 1st, through Saturday, February 10th, when you place an order and you use this host code, you will get 24 sheets, 6x6 designer series paper of assorted current paper, not retired paper. So this is a great deal. Again, this is coming from me. So when you place your order, but you have to use this code right here. Otherwise, I won't know that you want to get this 24 sheets of designer series paper. So that's another great deal for you. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get started with our card. So today's card features the trusty toolbox, designer series paper, and a stamp set and punch that has become my favorite. We're only using, yeah, guess what? One stamp set and the punch. And, well, because, you know, I just love embossing. And I'm using the Metal Plate 3D embossing folder. So, let's get started here. You know, let me show you the designer series paper, the trusty toolbox. So this you can earn for free during celebration. And it's really, really cool. It's like manly inspired type DSP. But hey, you know what? I mean, who says ladies can't do tools, right? I mean, I don't, but, you know, you might want to. So, got this. One side is mostly patterns, and then you've got you can even cut these out by hand. I'm not good at doing that, so that's why I don't do it. So really nice, bright colors. Got this ruler. So I really like this pegboard, and then some more tools. So really cool paper. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I've already done some of the cutting here. I do have some basic white scraps that I'll need for punching. And truth be told, I cut these ahead of time, but I'm going to show you what I did. So let's put the DSP back together. So
So I'm going to put this together, and I'm going to put this one together. So what you want to do is take your I think it's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. But you know what? I'll have a project sheet available to download. I will link that also in the description below the video. But basically what you want to do is you want to have these perfectly lined up. Get your paper trimmer. Let me zoom in so you can see what I am doing. Bring this down a little. All right, so I'm going to put this, let's pretend that these two pieces are not cut, right? So what I like to do is I line them up so the point here at 1/2 inch, and then the other point down here at 1/2 inch, and then you just slice down. Look, you don't have to be accurate with this. I mean, you know, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, whatever. It's the same thing. What I didn't want to do is I didn't want to do it point to point. So just leave a little bit on either end, okay? But the nice thing about this is that you'll be making 2 cards from this. So how cool is that? Let me zoom back out. All right, so now that we have that done, I'm going to get my cut and emboss machine. And I need my number 1 plate and my number 4 plate, which is the specialty plate, since we're using a 3D embossing folder. And again, it's the metal plate 3D. This is really cool for those manly cards. So I am just going to put these 2 pieces in here. You can also emboss the designer series paper. It's up to you. Just going to line those up together, close that, put my number 4 plate on top of that, and then we're going to run it through the embossing machine. And look how cool that is. Oh, got stuck. Isn't that cool? I just love what embossing does, the embossing folders do to cardstock. I mean, it just amazes me every time. And it just adds that extra wow factor to your cards, I think anyway. All right, so I've got the other reason why I cut these ahead of time was because I ran out of Poppy Parade and Smoky Slate. So I am using a retired color, but I figured it kind of looked like Smoky Slate, so we're just going to go with it. Nobody will know. Nobody will know except you guys and me. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 piece of my DSP, 1 piece of my colored cardstock, and we're just going to adhere this down. And, oh, you know what? You could even use the other side if you wanted to. Have a deboss side. That looks kind of cool too, right? Nah, maybe too much red. Okay, let's just stick with the first plan. Make sure I've got these going right. Yes, okay. Stick with the first plan. Whoa, that came out quick. This is a new glue bottle, so it did come out just a little quicker than I anticipated. Stick that there so I don't put my hand in it again. I'm just going to line this up here. Make sure that I have enough room for my red piece. It looks like I do. Okay. Scoot it over just a tad. And that's what's nice about the liquid glue and why I like to use it. Because if you're not, if your piece is not lined up correctly, you can move it around a little bit. And it also helps to adhere these embossed pieces, since they have that dimension to it. Whoops, I moved it again. Oh, and you know what? I did it again. Ay. All right, so guess what I forgot to do? This is a paper saving hack, but we're just going to cut it out of the other piece. So what you want to do is with your Hexagon, your Heartfelt Hexagon punch, before you adhere your designer paper and your colored cardstock to it, punch out your hexagon, and I think I could get 2 out of here from that piece because nobody's going to see this, and why waste the paper is my theory. Come on, got stuck in here. Really? Here we go. Okay, so that will save for the other card. Put this over here. Okay, so now we got that. All right, next let's do our stamping. Let's close the glue for a minute. Actually, you know what I'm going to do since we're doing the 2 cards? Let's just do this one as well. Okay. I think I'm going to make both of these in the landscape mode because it kind of looks weird with the screws. Well, you know, it doesn't look so bad. I was going to say it kind of looks weird with the nuts and bolts in those pieces just going the other way, but it's okay. This looks like it's a little too big for this piece though, so I may have to do some trimming, or yeah, what am I going to trim though? I think I'll trim just a sliver on the bottom of the one piece. I guess I cut that other piece just a little too small, which happens. But if I cut from the bottom, it won't affect the look of the card. So you see me making mistakes. It happens. I'm not completely perfect. I'm human. But I like to call them opportunities, not mistakes. Okay, that works much better. Just opportunities, not mistakes. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let me get this silicone mat under here, since I am going to get a little glue on the center part. Put this down. And since I've got the silicone mat, I am not worried that it's going to get on my work surface, because with the mat, the silicone mat, it when the glue dries on that, it dries on that, and then you could just peel it right off. So it's really cool. Really cool, and that's why I like it. So I say that is definitely a necessary tool in your craft room, and it's good for either the seal or the liquid glue. Okay, see, we got some glue, but I'm not worried about it. The other thing you want to make sure is that these pieces butt up together, but they do not overlap. Okay, so we'll set this aside. All right, now let's do some stamping. I'll close the glue. I've got my Pierce mat because I am using photopolymer stamps. So let's put that here. And let's get our stamps. So for the first one, I'm going to, you know what, I think I'm going to do this reverse. I think I'm going to do just make sure I have enough room here on this piece, and I do. I'm going to do this in the basic gray, the outline. Now I do want to tell you, a lot of times I'll punch out my pieces first and then do the stamping, but with this one I found you're better off doing the stamping first and then punching it out. Nice. We'll do the other piece as well. There. Good. All right, we'll close this up so we don't stick our fingers in there. Here. And then one of them I'm going to do, what does this say? Sending you lots of love and hugs, and we're going to use Poppy Parade. Just stamp that right in the center. Like so. I think I really like this better than having the red, right? I definitely like that better. And then the other one, I wanted to show you how I pick up my photopolymer stamps. Because, I mean, this one's not so bad, but like, let's take this one right here. When you're picking this up and applying it to your stamp, you might mess it up. Like maybe it'll, you know, get in there a little bit, or it'll be too stretched out. So you don't want that. So what I do is I'll place it on my surface. Make sure it's not a sticky surface underneath. So just put a piece of paper, or, you know, if you have your Pierce-Mat, use that. And then just pick it up with your block. That way, you know it's on straight and it's not wonky. All right, so this one's going to be vertical. Let's make sure that we use it on the right one. I'm just going to stamp that down. I hope your day is filled with joy. And this could be for any occasion. Now, I don't have my cleaner in here. So I'm just going to set these aside so I don't stick my fingers in them. But we are done with that. Let's punch this out. So we're going to slide this in. Line it up. Punch that. And then we'll punch the other one. Let me get this out of the way. I apologize if you hear a barking dog. I am watching my friend's dog. And every time she sees a car driving by, she just has to bark. Especially if it's a black car, because she thinks it's her dad coming to pick her up. Which could be possible. All right, so I think we can put this card together. All right, where's my other gray piece? There it is. All right, so because these are exactly the same size, what I like to do is I like to offset it a bit. I don't know if you can see that. So then it gives the illusion that it's, you know, there's a shadow behind it. And then we'll pop this up with dimensionals. Okay, we'll let that dry a second. Put the other one on. I love making these quick and easy cards without too much fuss, although I enjoy the other ones too, but these are great if you're short on time. And check it out, I mean, we just made 2 cards. All right, so we'll put that there. I've got my white pieces for the inside, but I'm going to set those aside because I don't know what I'm doing with these cards yet, or who I'm giving them to, and if I'm going to do a sentiment on the inside. We'll put this on the outside. And if you like, you can add this with dimensionals. I think I'll make one with and one without. that's set. We'll put the other one on with dimensionals. Probably put about 6, I think. In my little garbage bin here. Throw that out later so they don't end up all over the floor or, you know, on my dogs. I got them all. I'll put that here. I'll do the same. Oh, this one I already glued, so let's put dimensionals. All right, so this is going to be vertical, so we're going to use that there and this one here. Okay. All right, let's close the glue. This over. 1, 2. I think we'll just put one on each corner. 4. Do the same thing on this one. 2, 3, and last one. So this one's going horizontal. We'll put that right about here, right in the, I think, is that center? That's about the center. I'm going to keep moving it until I find the center. It doesn't have to be perfectly centered, right? And then this one is the vertical one. I'm going to put that right about, I think right about here, a little bit lower. All right, now we're going to use our rustic metallic dots. And I'll pick it up with my take your pick tool. Oops, maybe not. Put one. I love it when they flip over and then you can't get them anymore. I should get the pokey end of my tool. I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. I mean, I know where that is, but I don't feel like taking it out now. That, and then we'll add a small one about there. Okay, and we'll do this one as well. Put that here. Oopsies, that flipped over. And let's see, we'll put, I don't know, down here. And then we'll put a small one right over here. Come on, flip over. I just laugh at myself. It's like this game with these little things, you know? And part of the reason is my fingers in the winter time, they swell up. I don't know why. Doctors can't figure it out. And it's like, I just, you know, I can't bend them that easily. So anyway, that's my shtick. So what do you think? Pretty cool, pretty easy, right? Using one punch and one stamp set and our lovely embossing folder, the Metal Plate 3D. So let me know what you think about this. I think this is a great set to have, one that I will keep using and I have been using over and over and over again. So it's Heartfelt Hexagons, and there's also another stamp set. It's called Heartfelt Hello, which also coordinates with this great punch. So hopefully this is going to stick around. It's in the mini catalog, but I hope it's going to carry over to the annual catalog. Friends, let me know what you thought about these cards. Hopefully you'll make them, and I'd love to see your creations. So please post them on my Facebook page, Stamping Simply with Maria. The link will be below in the description. Have fun, friends. Thanks for watching my video. Take care. Bye-bye.